Today we'll be learning how to make a DIY paper mache cactus. The supplies you need are masking tape, paintbrushes, paints, a base, scissors, nail files, and more that are listed below. First, we're going to start by making the paste. It's a ratio, usually a 1-to-1 ratio of water and flour, but it depends on the texture mostly. Here I added too much water, and I will later compensate by adding flour to it to make a pancake batter consistency, and that's the real goal that you want. Next, we're going to be making the base for the pot. What I did is, on the styrofoam, put the pot lip down and traced it to make a pot-shaped circle. And because that's going to be too big, if I try and put it inside the pot, I went about ½ an inch into the circle, and that's what I'm going to cut out and use the base for. A little bit of movie magic, and then it's cut out. Next, I'm going to round out the edges so it'll fit better. And from there, I'm going to securely wedge it into the pot. I drew out the base and arm previously, and more movie magic, it's been rounded out and cut out, and that is what it's going to look like. I cut the dowel rods into 3 1½ inch pieces, and we're going to use those to assemble the cactus. I put 2 in the bottom, where it'll attach to the pot's base, and then the last one into the arm of the cactus, into the base of the cactus. And then I attached it to the pot base. Next, I joined the areas in masking tape where they hit styrofoam. And then I started with the paper mache, which is just dipping the newspaper in the paper mache paste. And the best thing to do is to make sure that there's not too much of the mixture on the newspaper strips, or it'll be way too wet and it'll take way too long to dry. So you just, as previously shown, pinch off the excess. This is where it can get a little messy, so be sure to have some paper towels around to just wash up very quickly. And maybe have some newspaper down to make sure your workspace doesn't get too dirty. And now a little bit of movie magic, and it's dry. And next, we're going to shave off any bumps or sharp edges that were previously made, because it is kind of hard to cover a rounded object in straight pieces of paper. And now we are going to apply a base coat of paint. This will make it easier for the actual paint that we use on the cactus to show up, because the darker pieces of newspaper would otherwise show through. It also helps the paint apply smoother. And now we're going, as soon as it's dry, we can paint it any color we like. And more movie magic. Wow, so beautiful. Next, I cut these toothpicks in half with just the scissors. And using a full toothpick, because it's easier to get my hands on, I poked holes where I want the spines to be placed. This doesn't have to be exact, it's wherever you choose. You can also go in at any kind of angle, so it won't be just spines shooting up and out. It can be at any angle that you want. I also chose to switch out my toothpicks as soon as I poked enough holes with one, because then it got a little dull. And from there, I just inserted the spines, the one with the toothpicks that I had cut in half previously. It's best to start from the bottom and then go up, because once you start from the top and go down, the toothpicks begin to poke you as you try and put the ones underneath it in. But I forgot that as soon as I went to the other side, of course. And now you have your very own papier-mâché cactus.